Hello everyone, welcome back to Victoria 2. I know it's been a while, finals and such have gotten in the way and I haven't been able to record recently, but I'm back again. I am playing as the Russian Empire here, and I was debating whether I was going to play along and act like I'm just going to play as the Russian Empire, but then again, the title of this video will probably say otherwise. This is a mini mod, like kind of a gameplay changing mod where I took the events of where certain countries such as Texas or California or New England could apply to become a state of the United States under certain conditions. I've altered that so it could be much more conditions for the United States, as well as it applies for also England, Russia, and Sokoto if you want to do that. Currently, right now, it's only complete annexation, so it's not sphering, so it's not very good to play if you're not going to play as one of these big four. You do have to actually start it yourself so it doesn't automatically go into effect. Yeah, right now it's not currently, it doesn't make the countries actually become sphered or like just satellited by the main country. It just annexes them entirely, so it wouldn't be good to play as any of these other countries. I will probably update it soon, but this is the version I currently have right now. I've been working on it for like 3 days, not very long. It's my first attempt at trying to mod a decision or an event, so it kind of has its flaws. But currently what we have to do right now is the relations with these big three with all the other with all the nations of the world have been set to 0. So you can see Britain no longer has any of these countries sphered. They're all independent, which I don't know how that will work out. But anyways, the main factor is this thing kicks in once we hit 100 and I think 25% with any nation. Greece accepted a military alliance. Here we go. Greece applies for statehood. It's past 125, it's 145, so yesterday morning we received a petition from the Greek Congress requesting statehood in the Russian Empire. State constitution has been submitted along with maps defining the state's territorial boundaries. If we accept, Greece will be immediately annexed by us. Alternatively, rejecting will make us appear as more benevolent and will boost our relations with other nations in the world. So we have long live the Russian Empire, where we inherit Greece, but all other nations lose respect of us by 10, meaning it will be just a bit harder for us to annex them. Alternatively, we could show restraint where relations with Greece change by minus 175, so a great loss. This would go into the negatives. However, all other nations in the world have a relation of plus 15, meaning it will be easier to annex all of them. Currently, I don't think Greece is that big of a reason we should actually need to choose them. They're not really landlocked in any ways. So I'm going to say let's show restraint. So this should drop to minus something, and this should raise to 0. France should raise to 0. It did, and this should minus 15. So we are still allied. I don't know if that's going to break at some point, but now we can look for someone else to try to annex. Maybe Austria, perhaps, or Prussia. Austria will accept an alliance. Now it's 110, it's not 115 yet, or 125. That will be next time once we increase relations again. With Austria, we probably will annex them because they are such a huge landmass. So, let's see, Austria here, increase relations by 125, and the event kicks in. So currently it's very lenient. I was going to make it more difficult, but again, this is my first decision and my first event, so I didn't really know how to, and I didn't really want to take too much time because, again, last weekend, or like 2 weekends ago, I didn't put up a video, and I didn't put up a video last weekend, so I was pretty less on videos. I could have just put another video out, but I wanted to make another mod, and I am going to make a Sirlaka or a Selion mod down here, and probably eventually a Siberia mod as well. I was doing that, then I just got distracted by this, and I thought it could be interesting to make my own events, so I did that. So with Austria, we will inherit them. So now we do have Austria in our control. In the normal mod, they get spheres as well, but it's not spheres here. So there are still examples of where you could get revolts, because we do not have any cores here, so there is high revolt risk and high militancy. So, and one of the problems with this mod is that once you do release a nation, since it has plus 200 relations, it immediately does have the option to bring it back in to the empire, which means if you refuse, then, you know, relations with everyone increase still, but I didn't really know how to change that, so that's just there. And as you can see, it's a 33% chance the AI will accept. We'll choose the annex again, and a 1 in 5 chance. Wait, no. 5% chance, I apologize. A 5% chance that they will choose best show restraint. However, as we can see, the UK chose best show restraint 3 times in a row for Prussia, Austria, and Colombia. So, Australia, sorry, not Austria. So, that's just like that, but they will probably accept at some point. Okay, so I think that's about it. Actually, I'll wait until maybe they annex something. Either America, or the UK, or Sokoto, if they somehow get in. Sokoto does have bad relations with all other nations because they are primitive. However, that means that they get good relations with other primitive nations, such as Egypt, or Ethiopia, or Persia even. So, yes, of course. So, it does make it easier on that part, but the other main countries are not as easy. Oh, here we go. So, as we can see, the UK did lots of things. Yeah. This is a game-breaking bug. Yeah, so this is why it's not going to come up now. It's going to come up when it's fixed. But if the UK or anyone really declines enough annexation proposals, like from Canada or whoever, then it just increases indefinitely. And then all countries love them. So, like, they annexed Sardinia, Piedmont, and the Ottomans, and sorry about that, guys. My game crashes a lot, it may seem, in these videos, mainly because I have 2 screens, and since the mouse isn't locked onto this screen, whenever I click out, the game crashes, which is pretty stupid. I'll try to find a fix for that, so my mouse locks to the screen. But other than that, that was basically everything with Russia. I showed you the game-breaking bug where if you reject enough, then everyone just likes you, and then you can just annex everything. So I may not actually do that. I mean, I may fix that eventually, so that's why it's not going to be up right now. It'll be up soon. Maybe next week, maybe this weekend. But I just want to show you from Switzerland's point of view, for example, it could be anyone, but the decisions here, American, statehood, Russian, Britannian, Sokoto. Here are the descriptions and such are basically identical, like only the names changes for most of these. Then you need to have a relation of 125 or greater with the nation, and then you will get the event. And if you send the event as a human player, again, a large chance that your game will just end because you'll be annexed. They could reject, of course, but this isn't really meant for people. Eventually, I will have it that instead of being annexed, it will be just you become a puppet state, which will mean that you are still have the ability to play. Meaning it can be actually fun for you if you're not one of the 4 countries who are annexing people. But again, that's basically it. It's not perfect. It's my first attempt at a decision mod. I think it has real good practicalities if I'm actually able to put it up right. But yeah, thanks for watching. Eventually it will be up for you to download if you want. But other than that, I'm Captain 47. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.